Hi there, and welcome to episode 51 of the T21Mom Podcast. My name is Mary, and I'll be your host. Each episode will talk about life, Down syndrome, mamahood, single parenting, and pretty much everything in between. I have a daughter named Ainsley, and she's 8 years old and rocking an extra chromosome, also known as Down syndrome. And I'm living life my way. And of course, my friend and co-host Ron is also here today. Hi, Ron.
Hey, Mary. Big goings on.
Yeah.
We got this World Down Syndrome Day thing going on and a couple other little surprises for people in a bit. So how are things going with you and Ainsley?
We're doing awesome. We're on spring break, and
which is why we're doing a bit of a shorter episode today because, Ainsley's busy.
Yeah, she's on her own right now.
So that's why we have to do this on the short side, because we can't leave her on her own for too
long. Yeah, she's okay. She's got her iPad and signing times. I think we'll be good for a little bit. So
what day is coming up? What's going on?
Yeah, it is World Down Syndrome Day. Do you know what day that's on, Ron?
Yes, I do, but only because of you and the education you've given me. So why don't you enlighten everybody else? Because I'm already enlightened.
Well, I'm sure most of our listeners know, but of course it's Sunday, March 21st. And it just feels so different this year. I just see more people getting hyped up about it and getting excited, because last year, like right at this time,
we were in fear last year.
Yeah, like the whole world was shutting down. And a year later, it just feels like
that light at the end of the tunnel is getting bigger.
Yeah,
and it's not a train.
Exactly. But it just feels like there's like an awakening, almost like a rejuvenation. And
I'm human spring.
Yeah, and it's awesome. And I'm loving reading about all people's, what they're planning on doing on all the different forums, and they're getting their shirts and their socks ready. And,
we actually did something special for World Down Syndrome Day.
We did. We made a little video.
Yes.
We entered a little contest.
It's actually, and I'm going to say this because, if you try to say this, you're going to blush really badly. But this video is a love letter from you to Ainsley.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. Like when you told me that earlier, I thought, yeah, that's exactly it. And
because you tell her about this journey that you and she are on, and how things were before, in the before times. Okay. So because there's BA and AA, forgive that terminology, but there's before Ainsley and there's after Ainsley. Right?
Yeah. So. I know that's how I kind of think of my life now is, okay, did that happen before Ainsley or after Ainsley? So, and I'm sure a lot of people do that, before kids, after kids. So
yeah, no, my parents did. They were going, well, there was the time before you, and then there was you guys.
Yeah.
But we're going to put a link to that video because it's up on our new YouTube channel.
Yes. So we hope to get some different videos up there over the next little while, and we'll see how that goes.
And you can find it if you're going to search it on YouTube. It's T21Mom Podcast. That's the name of the YouTube channel. We'll put a link to it in the show notes. And for those of you who might like to consume the podcast on YouTube, we now post the audio podcast on YouTube, on that channel, the T21Mom Podcast channel.
Yeah, so please like and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
And you can hit the notification bell if you want to know when we post new stuff.
So, and we'll try our best to see what we can post on the channel.
It'll be easier for us to put stuff together video-wise once we can actually go out and do things.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we're getting
when we shot this video, there was you and me in a park.
Yes.
right? And we were appropriately distanced, et cetera, et cetera.
So are you going to do anything for World Down Syndrome Day, Ron?
You know, I think I might eat cookies.
Yes, I do owe you some cookies. But, you know, you can wear mismatched socks.
That would be easy because I'm old and quite often I'm not sure what my socks are anyway.
So we'll be doing that. And
I should really order some socks from
John's Crazy Socks. Yeah. And we're gonna wear our shirts.
You got shirts? That's what I'm actually gonna wear the show shirt.
Okay, sure. That's Down Syndrome Connection.
Yeah.
So you can wear that. Because
I don't actually get a lot of opportunity to wear it. So
yeah, but you can just wear it at any time. You don't need opportunity.
Yeah, but it seems kind of like it seems kind of disrespectful to wear it while doing housework.
Well, you can wear it to the store. I
could do that.
In fact,
I have to go to the store on. Anyway, never mind that. People don't need to know that. But so yeah, okay. I'm gonna wear mismatched socks in my show shirt.
Okay, and I've got a few things planned.
Okay, I would actually be surprised if you didn't.
Well, I'm going to make some cookies to celebrate. I do owe Dennis some cookies and you cookies. Chip. Of course, you guys are the one and the same for your cookies.
Well, did you ever think that your signature cookie has now become chocolate chip?
I think I have lots of signature cookies.
Yeah, I'll buy into that.
Yeah.
I you know, as I've said many times before, you make the world's best cookies, in my humble opinion.
Thank you. And Ainsley's actually getting into it more now. She's, you know, I prep everything and, you know, she's excited to get up there to help me. And she's pretty good at pouring the stuff in. You know, I help her, of course, and she loves to turn on the mixer, sometimes full blast. I go, no, not so high, right? There's flour everywhere. And of course, she loves to eat the chocolate chips.
There are lots of cartoons of people doing that.
No, but it's good. It's fun. Every time we do it, she does a little bit more. So it's quite exciting. So
and she's getting better at it.
Yeah, which is awesome. So I'm
Miss
excited.
A's cookies are actually going to be genuinely Miss A made.
Miss A's cookies. Yeah, exactly. And then I got asked to speak at a little Zoom event in Florida. You know, a listener
Virtually.
Contacted me. Yeah, obviously. And
well, you never know. It's Florida, and it's pretty crazy down there.
Yeah, but I'm not going down there. But yeah, so one of our listeners contacted me and asked if I could speak at their, you know, they're doing a Down syndrome awareness event. And I said I'd be more than happy to. So that's really awesome.
And who are the people that are putting that on?
It's and I hope I say this correctly, the Zeta Phi Beta Society.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Who are they?
It's like a sorority down in the States, in Florida. So the woman who contacted me has a child with Down syndrome, and this is, I guess, what they're doing, like to help spread awareness. And there's going to be some other speakers there, so this will be kind of awesome. I'll report back.
Well, I mean, it's cool that you've been asked to do it.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. I said, yeah, of course, I'd love to do it. So, and then another thing more locally, her name is Star, and she's coming up on an upcoming episode of the T21Mom Podcast. And she is she's showcasing her documentary called Chapter 21. You know, we all know the association with 21. And it's about her story, and it it's a very personal story, and shares like her courage and her transformation and her becoming, like, just you know, without giving too much away, you know, about, like, you know, obviously she's got a child with Down syndrome, and, you know, shortly after he was born, she got a cancer diagnosis. And so that's what we talk about in our episode, but also, and then how she funneled that, you know, time of her life. And she's a dancer, and I saw some little, like a couple months ago, some snippets of her dance online, and it was just fantastic. And so they filmed kind of like a bit of a documentary all around that. So I'm really excited to watch that. So, if people are interested, we can also put a link in the show notes.
Absolutely.
As well.
Of that show.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and I'm excited for it, and I'm sure it'll be amazing. So, and that's kind of going to be our World Down Syndrome Day, and I'll probably bake cookies.
Baking cookies is, in all of the things that have been going on over the last year, people have been baking, which is a good thing, because people get to be home. And I think a lot of people haven't been, like, I think a lot of people that weren't baking before, who hadn't baked before, are now trying it, and some people are finding they like it. I know of one person who, they used to order out all the time, and they've been forced to eat their own cooking, but they've become very good at it.
That's awesome.
So, and now they won't order out; they'll make their own food, simply because they found out that they can get groceries delivered and cook food, like not like one of those food services.
I did that,
but
yeah.
But I mean, like, I order, like, I put in my order at Superstore or wherever, and go down and pick it up. I don't like being in the store. So, but you can also get it delivered for a little bit of an additional cost, but which works for people who are, locked inside or very busy. So, but I think more people should try baking. And I don't mean the Duncan Hines cake mix.
No, yeah. But, I don't really super enjoy cooking, although I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit. But I did do, those meal prep deliveries. You see them all the time. And I did do that for a little bit.
Yeah, I did that for a bit.
And opened me up to some different foods, and actually some different foods that Ainsley would eat.
Yeah,
so
I actually got one meal that had purple potatoes.
Awesome.
Which was, I mean, those are odd. I'd never heard of purple potatoes.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. No, they're very good for you, because
apparently.
Yeah.
But, if they're good for me, then it's like broccoli. I mean, I eat broccoli, but it's like,
Ainsley loves broccoli.
yeah, I actually stopped getting the meal kits because I live alone, and so I would get one of these meal kits, and it was, for one person, it was expensive, and you were eating the same thing for a week. So,
yeah.
If you've got a family, I mean, it makes much more sense.
Of course, yeah. No, I quite enjoyed it. It helped me to prepare some food and stuff, some meals, because I've always kind of really struggled with that, just for time, because we get home so late, and we often have sessions in the evening, and so it's always like I gotta find something that's quick and easy and that's already prepared, and etc. So
we're gonna have to talk about that, because I, like, to this day, I still buy stuff and cook it and then put it in the freezer, put it in a vacuum, like the vacuum seal bags.
Yeah, and I do that too
for a long time, and then I just pull it out the night before, and it's defrosted by the next day, because that's what we learned in Food Safe, right?
Yes, that's true. When we took that course a long time ago. Yeah.
But I like cooking, but I'm not big on baking.
Okay, well,
as you saw the other day, like the stuff I posted about my brother's birthday, and I I actually managed to cook a roast beef for the first time without killing either of us. So
well done.
No, actually, it was medium rare, but it worked out well.
That's awesome. Good for you. Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't make any bread during the pandemic. I know people were really getting into bread. I kind of would like to try. I was wanting to try, but
I have a brand new bread maker I bought last year that's never been used.
I won't even comment on that. I remember you getting that.
Bought it just in case.
You never know. Yeah, no, I'd like to still try. I would like to still try, but I do enjoy my baking, and that brings me joy. So I do like that more so, because cooking, I feel it's more like I have to do it. Baking is,
Now, baking
intrigued.
isn't so much of the chopping and prepping and measuring stuff, like
You got to
little bits
measure.
of, yeah, but little bits of stuff like
Yeah.
a teaspoon of this and a tablespoon of that, and then like half a cup of this. It's like there's sometimes you're dealing with stuff that's got like 15 different spices and ingredients, and to be honest, it can be a bit of a hassle.
Yeah, that's why I like baking. It's easy. Well, for me, it's easy,
Yeah,
and it
cup
always
of this,
tastes
half a
yummy.
cup of that, teaspoon of, or a tablespoon of or a teaspoon of vanilla or
Vanilla,
whatever it is. Yeah,
and you always have to use real vanilla.
yeah, and
Yeah,
lots of chocolate chips.
yeah. So I just, we started by talking about our little video that we're
Yep.
going to post,
Which I
because
have to admit, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I watched it. I mean, I shot it, I put it together, and once it was done, I cried.
oh,
And the people that I showed it to ahead of time, by the way, like a friend of mine down in the States, she watched it and she cried. And my brother, he was on the verge of crying when he saw it. So it's like it really, like, this is really a really wonderful story uh, about how much you love Ainsley.
thank you. Yeah, I've had a number of other people tell me the same thing, and I'm really proud of our story, and I
Well, you should be. I mean, like, this is like, it is an amazing story.
thank you. And yeah, I'm proud of my story. I'm proud of Ainsley, and I'm proud of us sharing our story so that others, can learn. And because I read almost every day about people who've just had a diagnosis of Down syndrome and how scared they are. And I think back,
Well, I think you can relate to that.
oh, big time. I was on my own. It was scary, but 8 years in, and we're doing pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
And and I'm proud of how we advocate, and you certainly are a big part in that and making a lot of this happen. And I'm very grateful for that. It's
Well,
because
I always like learning stuff, and you teach me lots. You and Ainsley both teach me lots.
that's awesome.
But like, you guys just show how adaptive you have to be in this situation, because like there's a lot of you know there's a lot of stuff you think is going to happen that happens very differently.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to be adaptive, and you have to be agile, both mentally, emotionally, and intellectually. And you guys have shown that so well to so many people.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. And yeah, and I'm, like I said, I'm proud of sharing our story. I'm proud of what we're doing here, and I love our little podcast, and we'll see where the YouTube channel goes. And and just as a little side note, like, that video came together because there was a video contest, and I found out today that we won, like, because somebody else just tagged me and in a post, and that's the only way I found
It's
out.
kind
So
of that's kind of amazing.
I know, right?
And no, we
So
didn't win an Emmy for it.
no, but who knows? Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm really excited about the video and our
And for
our
those of you who are
story.
wondering, by the way, this thing runs about 5 minutes. It's not a documentary. It's not an in-depth 20, 30-minute thing. This is like 5 minutes to tell the story
Yeah.
of Mary and Ainsley.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and it's titled For Ainsley because it is, like I said before, it's a love letter to her.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. And I was really happy with it. I was so excited, and I couldn't stop watching it. So yeah, and there's a great picture I showed some of my coworkers at work, and they commented on the picture with my brothers. And if you watch the video, you'll all know what it is. It's funny. I love that picture.
I actually wasn't too sure about putting that in because I don't want your brothers hunting me down.
Hopefully not. I think they'll be okay
That's
with
up
it.
to you. You need to talk to them.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I told them that their kids were in it. I didn't tell them that they were in it.
As long as they said okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So
Yeah.
it's all good. So.
All right. Well, we're going to put as I said before, we're going to put a link to it in the show notes, or you can find it on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in T21Mom Podcast, and it will come up.
Awesome. Well, happy World Down Syndrome Day.
And happy World Down Syndrome to you and to Ainsley and, to that entire community, because like you people are amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. So it'll be a great day.
Okay. Well, happy socks.
Thank you. You too. So just wear mismatched socks and you'll be good.
Like I said, that won't be hard for me. I'm old. I forget. Okay, why don't we wrap up this short episode and look forward to another episode in a week or so.
And we'll see you in about 2 weeks.
All right. So wrap it up.
Thanks for listening to the T21Mom Podcast. And as always, I would love to hear from you. Tell me your stories. What's going on in your life? You can email me at info@t21mom.com or find me on Facebook. And also I'm on Instagram and Twitter at trisomy21mama. And it would also mean a lot if you subscribed and left a review so we can be more searchable for others. Happy World Down Syndrome Day, and keep on loving on your rockin' kiddos, and we will see you next time.
See you, Mary. Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
Thanks, Ron. Bye.
Bye.